I just beat Brody King, and I think I want one more tune-up match before I happen to beat Hangman at Revolution. Zilla Fatu. People think you're next up. People think you have the potential to be the next big Samoan sensation, like The Rock, like Roman. Big shoes to fill, my friend. You know what I think? Gosh, I think you're just another sloppy Samoan Nepo baby back bitch. And I'm gonna prove it. I'm coming to House of Glory and I'm putting the grandest prize of them all, the Triple B, the AEW World Championship, on the line. My friend, when this match is over, you'll be done getting on your hands and knees praying to the tribal chief, and you're gonna have to start praying to Big Hebrew. A man who's more talented than your whole family tree will ever be. When I'm through with you, your Uncle Rikishi's gonna cry on his podcast. Your cousin Jay's no longer gonna have the ability to yeet, and there won't be a single woman on God's green earth who will ever be willing to touch your meat. Because I'm a generational talent. Because I'm the greatest wrestler on God's green earth. Because my name, Zilla, is Maxwell Jacob Friedman, and I'm better than you. And on February 20th at House of Glory, my God, you're gonna know it.
MJF. Good old Pete Lightning. The main one's Twitter, the main one's Instagram, millions and millions of comments. Hell, my phone been blowing up all week. They say, Zilla, you ain't see what this man said about you? They say, Zilla, you ain't see what this boy done said about you and your family? I couldn't believe it. I couldn't. Until the main one heard it with his own 2 ears. Until the main one seen it with his own 2 eyes. This man talking about a tune-up match. Boy, you think I'ma even let you get the Hangman with that belt tucked around your waist? Hell nah. Since you like to compare and contrast me to my family, well, let's compare and contrast then with your Squidward-looking ass. You spent your first 3 years playing hot potato with the same damn belt getting whooped left and right. And, if memory serves me right, you've been getting pushed around by us Samoans for the longest. Thank you, Joe. Well, let's get to the biscuits and gravy then. Let's talk about how the main one spent his first 3 years in this business. 4th Rope Championship, got that. Road Championship, got that. House of Glory Crown Jewel Championship, got that. Whoop Booker T's ass, did that. Whoop Bubba Ray's ass, did that. And Trick Willie. Hell, I whooped that. Now, for the AEW Championship, oh, buddy, I need that. And Ayos, I will be a generational talent. I will be better than you, and you will know it. This Friday at House of Glory, no turning back in Jamaica, New York, I will defeat you, and you will acknowledge the family. Hello.
How about you, Triller TV Plus? You got time for one more match? House of Glory Wrestling, no turning back. For the 2nd time in HOG history, the AEW World Championship defended. 2 generational, once-in-a-lifetime talents will clash rapiers here to close out our festivities.
It's the 29-year-old prodigy in MJF against the 26-year-old phenom. In this man right here, the HOG Crown Jewel Champion, Zilla Fatu.
It was at Winter Warfare. He was moments away from capturing the tag team championships until his own cousin, Lance Sanawai, speared him and handed a victory to the Hardys. And then again in Los Angeles, Lance struck again. Jason, Lance calls himself the Black Sheep, says everything was handed to Zilla, says it's his time. He's fighting expectation, he's fighting betrayal. And tonight, Zilla doesn't know if that attack is going to come again, and he's in the ring with the ace of AEW.
A little bit of a different look here for Zilla Fatu as he makes his way out. He's become a big fan favorite here in House of Glory, but you're right. Originally, this was supposed to be a very different match here tonight. We had a Crown Jewel Championship match scheduled with Zilla defending his title against his cousin, his own flesh and blood, who has made his life hell over these last couple of months. And Lance Sanawai announcing we're going to do it on his time. And so look, HOG, as someone in the position of power that I am, we have to make changes sometimes, right? You got to roll with the punches. And I said,
what a change you made.
I said this man right here is going to have a big match on this show, and it don't get no bigger than this.
And it just so happens that Maxwell Jacob Friedman is making his travels around the independent circuit and saw fit to issue the challenge to Zilla Fatu to put his Triple B on the line. Jason, I gotta believe you started salivating at the thought.
I mean, look, when the idea was broached, he jumped at the opportunity and said, I want to shut Zilla Fatu up. I said, hey, no better place to do it than right here in New York City, and here we are tonight.
Zilla Fatu, he has to be more dialed in than ever before. Because JD, Jason, you both mentioned the conflict with his cousin Lance over the past few months.
Yes.
You cannot have anything in the back of your mind when MJF is the one that stands across from you in the ring. A champion that has captured every brass ring that he has ever reached out for.
Listen to this crowd. They're the NYC Arena for the main one. This main event is upon us. We've been waiting for this for weeks.
Zilla just this week made it very clear he's not here for a tune-up match. He's here to beat one of the biggest names in this industry.
The world opens up to Zilla Fatu even more than it already has with a victory here tonight in your no turning back main event. MJF, he's done the movies. Zilla Fatu could be next in Hollywood with a victory tonight. We could be seeing him on national TV multiple times a week with a victory tonight. The chips, they're all on the table here at No Turning Back. Generational talent, gentlemen. Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
You know, it was 7 years ago, September 21st, 2018 to be exact.
Channeling the great Samoa Joe with this very theme song. On top of a New York local in Jadakiss.
Look at that entrance. September 21, 2018, a young, arrogant prospect stepped into House of Glory at the Elks Lodge for the first time. Tonight, that same man walks back in as the longest reigning AEW World Champion in company history. Jason, 461 days combined as the top guy in AEW. He's defeated Samoa Joe, Swerve Strickland, Adam Page. He reclaimed what he calls Triple B at World's End. He survived Brody King in Australia. He doesn't just win championships. You and I both know he defines an era.
And now a date with a certain millennial cowboy. That's coming up next month, though. Only if he can get past Zilla Fatu. Zilla Fatu can create a lot of chaos tonight.
There's David Adams with the official introduction for this massive main event.
If I wanted to be cheered by a bunch of stupid, fat, ignorant, disgusting fucking pricks from New York City? A fucking dump like New York City? Nah. I hail from the most magical place in the world, known as Long Island, New York. Now you tell all these fucking bums to keep their mouths shut during these in-ring introductions. MJF asked me to ask you if you could please keep your mouth shut during these introductions. I said to keep their fucking mouths shut! Keep your fucking mouth shut during these in-ring introductions. event. It will be set for one fall. And it's for the All Elite Wrestling World Championship. When the bell sounds, the man in command, House of Glory Wrestling Senior Official, Mr. Nick Shin. And now there truly is no turning back. Introducing the combatants. First, to my left, he comes to us from H-Town, Houston, Texas. Weighing in at 265 pounds, he is the reigning HOG Crown Jewel Champion. And here tonight in Jamaica, New York, stands before us the challenger, the main one, Zilla Fatu. Directly in front of me and fighting out of Plainview, Long Island, New York. Holding an official weight of 226 pounds, he is the reigning defending AEW World Champion, Big Hebrew Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF.
Your House of Glory Wrestling, no turning back. Second of two co-main events here, and what a way to close off the festivities.
That's what it's all about, that Triple B, as referee Nick Shin holds the championship. Zilla Fatu takes one last glance, and that is what it's all about for only the second time here in House of Glory. Is that going to be the scene when this match is over?
Zilla Fatu, how quickly the Triple B can become the Triple Z. Zilla Fatu has his way.
You know, I don't know. When Lance Hawaii backed out of this match with Zilla Fatu, I don't know if he expected that he would present his cousin with the kind of opportunity that he has tonight, but this is where we are.
And you talk about a short-term change. Zilla Fatu maybe at, 2 weeks a week to prepare for this contest.
Not a long time at all.
How do you prepare for a once-in-a-lifetime athlete like MJF in 1 week?
Well, we're about to find out here. Again, MJF, he called this a tune-up match before he gets to Hangman. And he had some very inflammatory things to say about Zilla. He referred to him as, and I quote, another sloppy Samoan Nepo baby back bitch. Yeah, his words, not mine. Hear the bell, we are underway. AEW World Championship up for grabs here.
What an environment.
This is just a crazy atmosphere here at the NYC Arena.
One of the biggest main events that we've ever done. It's champion versus champion, legacy versus ego.
Two once-in-a-lifetime athletes.
Chime in on social media, hashtag HOG Wrestling. We have a collar and elbow tie-up. Shin here trying to back the two of them apart.
Zilla Fatu, he's become very familiar with other worldly tactics here in HOG, lest we forget the chapter with Bully Ray.
Oh, he's gotten an education for sure. And he was victorious against Bully Ray, who has a wealth of experience over him. He was able to regain that Crown Jewel Championship. We have been able to see Zilla Fatu grow over the last few years here in this company.
MJF backs Zilla into the corner here.
Still very young in his career.
Zilla did say that he has accomplished more in 3 years than MJF did in his first 3. In the back and forth that they did on social media.
Big shove there by Zilla. MJF here going to take a powder on the outside.
Yes, sir. And like we've said about Charles Mason in the past, it applies to MJF as well. A master of his environment. He knows when to change strategy and when to change the pace.
Zilla, though, 3 years.
MJF, I was just going to say, MJF, no stranger to hostile environments. I mean, he held that CMLL World Light Heavyweight Championship and walked into Arena Mexico. He wasn't very well liked there either. And he's not well liked here in New York City.
Well, this is Fatu country here. 533 days as our Crown Jewel champion.
Now MJF drills home the boot to the bread basket.
Side headlock here.
All of the sign language for our NYC faithful, all the while. Zilla Fatu not staying put, not for long. Ducks out of the way of the clothesline. Now the back elbow. MJF. I don't know about that. That's a choice.
A little showboating.
Well, you can call him arrogant, but Zilla believes he's already generational, so this is not going to phase him.
Happy Gilmore 2-star lets us know it's all in the hips, but now Zilla Fatu.
Nice leapfrog.
Look at the power of Zilla, taking MJF down easily.
The main one standing tall. And now brandishing that iron, that variation.
He may be going for the kill early here. Yep, he went for that Samoan spike, and MJF had it scouted and said, no, thank you.
Zilla now off the ropes. Basement drop kick.
Well done. Launches MJF into the guardrails.
Yeah, not a lot of room to maneuver there outside the ring. What does Zilla have in mind here?
Once again,
that's a lot of steam. Well done. Put on the brakes.
Very wise. Very wise.
Hey, he's a generational talent for a reason.
And Zilla quickly from behind with that big elbow.
Soaking it in here.
I don't know, Jason. We know how great MJF is. Do you really think he sees this as a tune-up match?
No, I don't.
MJF has gone on the record time and time again, letting us know that he walks it like he talks it. Not only does he repeatedly proclaim that he's better than you, the royal you, and you know it, but he seeks to show it every time he's in the ring.
No, I think he likes getting under his opponent's skin, getting in their head.
Irish whip.
And right now he's getting into that guardrail.
Got to get under his own skin if that keeps happening.
MJF, that's not where you want to be. He's down on the floor outside. One of the biggest championship matches that we have ever had here in House of Glory. Zilla needs to know that he can't win the title out there either.
Smart move. He broke the referee's count. Right back at it.
Very wise move there.
I gotta believe he saw the way our House of Glory World Championship contest ended, and he's like, we don't want lightning striking in the same place twice.
No, absolutely not. What's he got in mind for MJF here?
Irish whip into the other barricade on the opposite side.
That was a lot of runway. The part that hurts, of course, the sudden stop, especially when it's cushioned by steel.
What's Zilla got in mind here?
For hardware.
He might be looking for something. This is not a no disqualification match. I don't know how wise that is. I think Nick Shin was telling him the same thing. You better get him back in the ring.
Well, Nick Shin is not afraid to be a little lenient in the main event.
Referee's
discretion. We're going to get a spike. Oh, my God.
That's a turning point right there.
Oh, he may have broken his thumb.
There may be no turning back now.
And MJF, look at that, like a shark tasting blood.
And that may have opened up Zilla Fatu for that salt of the earth, the Fujiwara armbar.
Yes, MJF knows exactly where he wants to go.
Well, he's not worried about the arm right now. He's worried about that hand and that finger, that thumb.
Back rake. Nobody does it better.
Yeah, he jumped into action right away. So astute is MJF.
Once in a lifetime generational talent, not just a wrestling talent, but every aspect of
professional wrestling. He checks all the boxes. We already know that. He'll be the first. Just ask him. He'll be the first person to tell you. But there's a reason why, as JD mentioned, that he is the longest reigning AEW World Champion in history in that first reign.
And Zilla is not in a good way here, Jason. Middle of the ring. MJF has that armbar.
Variation on the top wrist lock, but from behind. Got Zilla Fatu. The way his torso is contorted right now makes it very difficult to breathe. And on top of that, he's carrying some of MJF's weight all the while.
Just a little bit.
The surgical precision out of the AEW World Champion.
And MJF, two-time AEW World Champion, AEW International Champion.
Zilla back to a vertical base here.
He has done a lot in a very short period of time.
Headbutt again. Waist lock.
Going for that German suplex. MJF says no.
Well, there's that thumb.
Great defense from MJF. And shoulder first into the canvas goes Zilla Fatu. And MJF knows he bought himself a moment to posture.
Yes. He's in control. He's in the driver's seat right now.
He loves to admire his work.
He's about to get surgical on that whole arm. It started with the thumb, but I believe he's going to get holistic with it. To dislocate the elbow, separate the shoulder, you name it.
And to the point that Johnny made in one of the earlier bouts, MJF does not have to beat Zilla Fatu. No. Zilla Fatu has to beat MJF.
He's always thinking 2 steps ahead, and again, look at MJF right back for that submission.
On the Japanese stranglehold now. It allows him to wrench away at that thumb and obstruct the airway at the same time.
Nowhere for Zilla to go, right in the center of that ring.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Zilla earlier today, and I know he was not happy about MJF and the comments he made about his family members in that interview that he dropped. You don't mess with the man's family. This is personal for Zilla. It's not just about the title.
He wants his pound of flesh and his 20 pounds of gold simultaneously.
For him and his family.
Now Zilla rallying back, point of the elbow to the bread basket. And MJF once again intelligently defending against that waist lock. He's creating space between the hips and breaking the grip.
And for all the people that I know are watching right now on Triller TV Plus, I know one of the people watching is actually Zilla's mother, Mama Fatu. She's watching. Shout out to her. She would love nothing more than to see her baby boy leave with AEW gold tonight.
MJF is doing everything to power out of this German suplex by Zilla.
Muscled him up. And that will create the separation that Zilla needed.
MJF, those first 2 attempts, he was able to make the proper technical adjustments. And then Zilla Fatu threw technique right out of the door. That was raw power and brute force.
Oh, keep your eye on Zilla.
Oh, look at that. Went for that drop kick again on MJF.
Oh, we trapped him inside the ring skirt.
What a beautiful strategy.
The page out of the book of Fit Finley.
Again, always thinking 2 steps ahead.
Ah, right on that hand.
MJF.
Vicious. MJF.
He knows how to cherry pick from the playbooks of the greats that came before. As we're seeing here, utilizing that ring apron to great effect.
Oh, MJF is a student of the game.
Yes.
Everybody knows that. And he can be as mean as anybody.
One of the greatest things about MJF is that when the spotlight is on him, he absolutely is the best version of himself.
Yeah, he doesn't crumble under pressure. Can't have the kind of success that he's had and crumble under pressure.
If anything, he thrives on it.
Absolutely.
Now,
Snap neck mirror.
MJF is playing the role of the boa constrictor here. He's got that pace right where he wants it. And now, hold on.
Something devastating coming up.
Oh, and he calls that the grist.
Is that what he calls it?
That is what he calls it. Went on record and said it.
I'll take your word for it.
Zilla Fatu.
Oh, my goodness.
You can only take so much disrespect.
There's one insult.
MJF's biting that thumb.
Trying to bite it clean off. MJF was watching that Charles Mason contest and got himself some nasty ideas.
I do wonder if he's actually playing up to the NYC faithful here just a little bit too much, and I don't think that's going to work.
No.
That is not going to work.
That is not very good strategy there by MJF.
One of the top rules in the pro wrestling do not do this list. Don't headbutt a Samoan and don't attack the head of a Samoan. In the words of Pokemon,
He's only making it worse.
Pokemon once said, it's not very effective. Double digits. Yes, sir. MJF on rubber legs. He's dude loving center of the ring. And the Uranagi. Ah! The snap on that senton. He's got another.
Got the height on that one. Impact cover.
The senton symphony.
And
Played
you'll notice
successfully.
every time MJF gets in trouble, wisely rolls out to the floor. That's at least the second or third time I've seen him do that here in this match.
He talked all that garbage about NYC, and he moved that feud between NYC and Long Island forward. He, in his mind, to lose the AEW World Championship, the tope suicida, and he may be on his way to the nightmare that I was foreshadowing, to lose that championship in New York City.
He may be on his way to the emergency room. No padding out there. And MJF took a hard fall on the floor, but again, Zilla has to get him back in the ring. That's exactly what he does.
Is that Triple Z still an option for Zilla Fatu? That flying variation of the Samoan spike?
I don't know how that Samoan spike is going to be with him shaking his thumb like that. He's obviously favoring that thumb.
They have the next best thing in mind. We've seen him drill home a big splash from the top rope.
See him fly.
MJF quickly up. That's a great move. We just saw Mason do that with Andrade.
Pick at the brains of one another, I gotta believe, or perhaps they just think and communicate telepathically, MJF and Charles Mason.
Oh my God, what a horrible team that would make. Good grief.
As if your job wasn't hard enough, right?
Don't get me started. MJF gonna follow Zilla up.
He's just perched up there.
This is high risk.
Again, he's clenching that wrist.
Maybe looking to utilize a falling arm breaker from such great heights. But Zilla.
Well, MJF is not afraid to fly when he needs to.
Big money headbutts connecting flush though.
Oh, he's in position.
He's in the drop zone, and Zilla with that Fatu splash.
Got all of it. Cover. Deep hook. Ooh. Pow. Pow. MJF. Generational resilience on display.
Zilla got the three. I would assume that would be the biggest upset in House of Glory history.
Zilla can't believe it.
He might have been a few moments away there from Zilla Fatu against Hangman Page. Zilla now, it looks like he's tying his boot, and he is setting up for that spike as we take one more look at that splash. Boom!
Perfect.
He got all of that.
The iron brandish, that Triple Z.
Let's find out how effective that thumb is.
Nobody home. MJF.
Roll up.
Deep cradle. Quick follow-up. MJF takes off. Popped up. Oh, the
Oh, look at the way MJF came down on that Samoan drop in a cover.
Looked like he came down on his hip, his shoulder.
no warning there. Not a 3-minute warning. No, nada. Zilla Fatu.
Well played.
Sir, pulling out all the stops. Digging deep into that playbook. You know that runs deep.
And the AEW World Championship hangs in the balance here. MJF has taken on several challengers so far this year as it is, in and out of AEW. This may be his toughest challenge yet. Again, Zilla for the spot.
Oh! Nick Shin! Nick, see you later! Oh my God, the Triple Z just cleaned out our zebra.
Wrong place, wrong time for Nick Shin.
Wait a minute, who is this?
Wait a minute here.
Hooded figure.
What the hell is this?
Don't tell me.
That gun's cocked.
Super kick.
On the butt.
There he is. Again.
Lance on Hawaii.
He is not supposed to be here.
That's your own flesh and blood.
Zilla with the super kick.
That's the jaw.
And a cutter by Zilla. As Lance on Hawaii rolls out to the floor. Look, if he wanted the match with Zilla, he had the chance to keep his match with Zilla. This is not his match.
Zilla was always fighting two battles, though.
No doubt about it.
Oh, we got a big problem here, though, because we got no referee.
Oh, and MJF seizes the opportunity with the referee.
Look at that.
down.
MJF tried to lift Zilla Fatu.
Zilla Fatu receiving end of that Mortal Kombat uppercut right between the uprights.
And where is MJF going now? He sees the referees down. He's going for that triple B.
Big Burberry belt. About to be a big Burberry blast if Zilla don't get out of the way.
Might be a big Burberry bump on Zilla's head here in a moment.
Wait a minute.
Wow. Andrade El Idolo.
He's not looking for two miscarriages of justice in one night.
He says, you're not using this. What do we got going on here? Oh my God.
Zilla! Two can play at this game. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Are we gonna see it?
Andrade wants it.
Measuring. There it is.
Creased him. Cracked him with the AEW World Championship. Nick Shin.
That's it.
Cover him.
Oh my God.
Can't believe MJF
Once again,
at the last possible second.
he's flexing that fortitude on us in our main event here at No Turning Back.
Saves his title. And Zilla, he can't believe it.
I gotta believe in Zilla's mind, he has one option left. The tossing Samoan drop.
That would have made headlines.
There it is.
Here we go.
Once again going for that spike. MJF is in some serious trouble here.
Zilla gonna take.
Oh, thumb to the eye!
Zilla
On
blind.
spaghetti legs is the champ.
JF takes off. Stop cold. Super kick out of Zilla Fatu now. Now takes off. MJF returns fire. Beautiful combo.
Big offense by MJF. There it is!
Triple Z!
Slow to make it. Do we have a new champion? Well, look at that!
Salt of the earth! Salt of the earth!
What an unbelievable transition!
Fluid with the float over. And that's it.
That's it. Zilla Fatu, no choice but to tap out.
It was instant. It was immediate. It was academic at this point.
And MJF does it again. And still.
What an incredible
Back and forth battle.
Here is your winner and still the AEW World Champion, Big Hebrew Maxwell Jacob Friedburn,
This wasn't just about championships, gentlemen. This was about blood. And Lance and Hawaii just drove a wedge even deeper.
MJF asking for a mic.
And House of Glory just became the epicenter of a family war.
Zilla Fatu has nothing to be ashamed of here.
This kid's pretty fucking good, huh? But he ain't good enough to beat Big Hebrew, I'll tell you that fucking shit right now. Now, for anyone who's been following my career long enough, you know that I started out on the independent scene right here in NYC, baby. Now, I do think this place is a dump, I'm just being honest. I do think all of you people are disgusting, I'm just being honest. But what I can't deny is you guys have really good taste, because Zilla Fatu is no joke. I may be better than you and you know it, but today I'm gonna do something very rare because I believe you earned it in front of these people.
A rare show of respect here from MJF. We don't see that very often.
That's a big time endorsement right there.
MJF, tip of the cap. Real, recognizing real in our second of two bombshell co-main events. Here at House of Glory, no turning back.
What a night of action.
Thank you all for tuning in, whether it be on YouTube for the pre-show, for Triller TV Plus for the main show. For JD from NY, for our commissioner Jason Solomon, I'm Johnny Torres. Until next time, thank you for tuning in. Good fight. Good night.
HOG.